Posting workouts online will not get you clients. Welcome back to the S&C Business Club podcast, a little side segment to the Sam Portland podcast. And today we are going to get stuck into how you actually get some paying clients. If you're new to this part of the podcast, then you may be in a place where you're a bit tired, you're a bit overworked, you're a bit burnt out, and you're broke. You do too much work for you to not have this payoff. So you're trying to start maybe a side hustle or try to build your own thing so that you can exit pro sport or just build your own thing. And you want to know actually how to build a business around working with athletes and athletic training as opposed to fat loss, body comp, gem pop, legs, bums and tums, and all that stuff. And you're put off by the Lamborghini bros with fake tans who live in Dubai trying to steal your money, basically. So I'm just going to teach you how to do it. So on that, just quickly, if you are looking to start your side hustle and you like what you hear today, in the description here, there's a link where I have put together your Make Extra Cash side hustle step-by-step playbook and just run the plays in it. It will work. You will start to get clients, build notoriety, and start to build a bit of a business, which is what you want, to get your own financial freedom so we're not shackled by the constraints of professional sport. So yeah, download that. Let me know what you think. Shoot me a DM. I'm happy to help. But anyway, so my story, I was coaching, right? So think about this for a second. I was coaching before I got into pro sport. Now you may be listening to this thinking, oh, I've done an undergrad, I've done my master's, I'm trying to get an internship, or I just want to go work into pro sport. I started my internship in 2012 and I've been coaching, actually started coaching, volunteer coaching when I was 13. I got my internship when I was 21. I was volunteer coaching rugby and I did my coaching qualifications. So I was actually, coaching for a long time before I got into the pro sport environment through the academy. But even before that, when I broke my leg in 2007, I then started training people because I had to then rebuild my own leg and fell in love with it. As we all did, we kind of fell in love with our profession because we just enjoyed training. And then we're just like, fuck, I've got to make some money out of this. I don't really want to do anything else. And there was that point where I worked in Subway for a little while before I went back to uni. And I was like, I need to make this work as well. So I was hustling around, trying to get clients. And it turned out that my mum was my first client. But when you are in the position where you are trying to get an internship, you've not done any coaching, or you're trying to get paid and you've not done any coaching, it's really, really important that you understand a few things, especially in the private sector. So the first thing you need is public liability insurance. I have to say that as soon as you get insurance, you're absolutely fine because you can support that with a parental waiver or a waiver that would basically, now this is not legal advice, but if you're insured and you've got a base qualification like a gym instructor, a weekend personal training qualification, you don't need anything else to then start coaching people or doing physical fitness with people. I'm pretty sure you could actually do S&C if you had like a football qualification because it would encompass kind of like the same thing. And if there was a waiver signed absolving your responsibility for injury, then you're good to go. All right. But that's not legal advice. So don't take it as legal advice. But how I landed my first paying clients was I actually had a friend who was part of a football team, and it was a church league, and it was a league that I had played in. And I played centre forward for them, and I scored 29 goals in 16 games. And it was class. But I was playing rugby. I enjoyed playing rugby more than football. But nothing beats hitting the back of the net. But anyway, I digress. So what I said to him, Martin, his name was, Martin, I am developing my coaching, my training. can I do some off-season circuits and fitness with you guys so I can work on some bits and bobs and it won't cost you much, but there'll be a huge benefit as you guys will get your off-season training for next to nothing, and I will get the experience. And he said yes, and I only charge £3.50 a session per person, and we had about 20 people, so you can do the numbers. It was okay money, absolutely. But what was more interesting about it is how I got the yes. So when we are looking at the mechanics of packaging offers and working with people, well, first of all, we need to know where they are. And where they are, they're already in your phone book. In that situation, I had a pre-existing relationship with this person who had a gateway to the type of people that I wanted to coach. So then I just asked him, just asked him if I could help him. And that was it. And I didn't charge obscene amounts of money, didn't need to either because I wasn't ready. And scaling your price comes with expertise and evidence. So when I just had that offer, it was a pretty no-brainer offer that I knew that not just getting one session done with them, it was the whole off season. It was like 6 to 8 weeks at 60 odd quid a head. So it was good money for an hour a week. All right. So what that tells us is about how to package deals. Well, it's easier in coaching. Reputation is so important. So it's easier to tap into your existing network in the beginning in order to then create offers, because these people already trust you. And if someone trusts you, they're going to help you. They're going to want to be involved with you. They're going to want your help. It's really simple psychology. No stranger danger here, right? So if you can go through your phone and you're struggling to find some clients, just literally go through your phone and see the people that you may want to train or that play sport, and just say, hey, mate, I'm looking to start my business. I'm looking to start my side piece. Are you happy if we do some sessions together? And there's a couple of ways that you can skin this. So the first way is say, can we film it so I can create some marketing material? Note, I say marketing material, not social media posts, because marketing and social media are two very different things. One has an end game that results in money, marketing. Social media has an end game that results in getting you addicted to being on social media and chasing likes. Okay, so when you have that, they'll go, okay, I don't really want to be filmed. Okay, cool. Can I charge you £15 a session, £10 a session, whatever? And we'll guarantee you the result that bigger, stronger, faster. You pick it, you name the result that you want to give them, and we'll do it. And then if maybe I can then repackage that as a service offering. So that's a really simple way of getting clients. It's really easy. In 2025, people think, the only way I can get business is by posting online. It's the last place you need to get business. And the last thing you need to do is be posting your workouts, because no one really gives a fuck about how you're training. Ultimately, they care about what you can do for them. So, for example, you're listening to this, you don't care how I make offers to people. What you care about is how I can help you make offers. So I'm teaching you how to do this from the point of where you are. So when you start to get your head around that, there's some really easy places. And I do this when we launch our academy franchises with people. And if you're interested in having a Sportland Academy franchise, or me teaching you how to open your own academy, then just get in contact with me, sam@coachsportland.co.uk. I will walk you through how we can do that. Very, very successful. We have five all over the country, and they're awesome. They're money-making machines. But the first step, what you do if you wanted to, because in the private sector, working with athletes, the youth is the blood of the business, all right? So the reason being is that we worked out that we could get, if we got a kid in our academy from 9, we would have them till about 16. All right. So that's 7 years of an average value of about £400 a year. All right, times 7. 7, 40, 20, that's £2,800. And then if you times that by 40, you've got some really, really good numbers. So, if we got them after 12, then they only lasted about 18 months. So it's really important to understand, like, who are you going to talk to? So you find clients at local clubs, like my friend Martin, right at the beginning of this podcast. I already knew him. I actually played football with him. He was centre midfield, and I was the centre forward. He used to put me away all the time. So we had a really good relationship. So is there someone that you have a relationship with that is in a local club, or are you a player at a local club? You still like playing. You know, an admirable trait of a strength and conditioning coach is they actually play sport still, if you want to work in sport. And can you just start to have those conversations with the local teammates or the youth at the club? Do some free taster sessions. We always advise just to go, look, can I do 20 minutes at the beginning of your session, please? I want to help them do warm-ups. I want to help you out. And then I can, help with skills afterwards if you need an extra set of hands. Not many people are going to say no to that. People start to know your face, they know your name, they know who you are. And then the parents, if you're working with kids, the parents have got the credit cards. And the kids need the help. So that's a really good blend. Start to get to know and speak to parents. And then even contacting schools. A tragedy that we have now, my fiance's dad was a PE teacher, and the stuff that they used to do in PE, they don't even touch now. And so lots of physical education at school is being outsourced. So there are local schools in your area. There is nothing wrong with just trying to contact the secretary and sending them an email, or even picking up the phone and speaking to them. Say, I'm a local trainer in the area. I was wondering if you need any extra support in your with your PE lessons. I'm outsourcing. I specialize in skills such as X, Y, Z, and I would love to have a conversation, and maybe there's something that we could do. So there's a lot for you to take home there. There's a lot for you to digest, but hopefully it's really simple, actionable, and slightly obvious. Usually the obvious things are the most important things. But remember, when you're trying to help people, you move away from a transactional relationship to a transformational relationship. And that doesn't start on fucking Instagram. Okay, it doesn't. It starts with real conversations with real people, because coaching is a thing about real people business. All right. So hopefully you're enjoying these. If you do, send them to someone, send them to a friend that you can, talk shop with about it. If you've got more questions, email me, sam@coachportland.co.uk. I'm happy to talk to any of you. Send me a DM on Instagram at the Sam Portland. I'm here to talk. Join my newsletter. There's a link in the description. I'll be sending you emails, letting you know when these things are happening. So there's many ways that you can tag and have information, have help from me, because this is why I do this stuff, because I absolutely love it and I want to see you win. So stay tuned for the next episode. Hit that subscribe button, please do, and I will see you on the other side.